The U.S. Air Force awarded Northrop Grumman a $705 million contract to develop and test a high-speed, air-to-ground weapon known as a Stand-in Attack Weapon, SiAW. Northrop said that its work on the second phase of the weapon will take place over the next 36 months in Northridge, California, and the company's missile integration facility at Allegany Ballistics Laboratory in West Virginia. The company said the work will include further development of the weapon, platform integration, and completing a flight test program so the SiAW can be rapidly prototyped and quickly sent to the field. The first part of this second phase will wrap up with a guided vehicle flight test, and the second part will conclude with 3 more flight tests, as well as the delivery of prototype missiles and test assets. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how SiAW could enable the U.S. Air Force to knock out Russian and Chinese air defenses. Let's get started. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big 4 auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. In May 2022, Northrop, along with Lockheed Martin and L3Harris, were awarded a $2 million contract by the Air Force to initiate the first phase of SiAW development. The Air Force's objective for this weapon is to effectively engage and neutralize ground-based enemy air defense targets that have the potential for rapid mobility. These targets encompass integrated air defense systems, ballistic missile launchers, land attack and anti-ship cruise missile launchers, GPS jammers, as well as anti-satellite systems. Near-peer rivals like Russia and China have deployed long-range integrated air defense systems to create a virtual anti-access area denial bubble. This is aimed at denying a much more powerful U.S. Air Force from gaining air superiority in case of a conflict. The U.S. Air Force is very much cognizant of this fact. In recent years, the military branch has actively pursued the modernization of its aircraft and weapon systems to effectively operate in a challenging and hostile environment against technologically advanced adversaries. This shift represents a departure from the 2 decades of warfare primarily conducted in uncontested airspaces within the Middle East. The development of a missile designed to target enemy air defenses is a clear indication of this strategic reorientation. SiAW is an air-to-ground weapon designed to deliver striking power for effectively neutralizing swiftly moving targets within an adversary's anti-access area denial environment. In response to evolving threats, the missile's design incorporates open architecture interfaces, enabling swift upgrades to its subsystems and the deployment of enhanced capabilities for quick response to newer threats. The SiAW builds on the HARM, High-Speed Anti-Radiation Missile, and AARGM-ER, Advanced Anti-Radiation Guided Missile Extended Range. But while they may appear identical externally, SiAW is an all-new weapon. Anti-radiation missile like AARGM-ER is designed as a counter to advanced air defense systems. This kind of missile is designed to detect and home in on an enemy radio emission source. Typically, these are designed for use against an enemy radar, although jammers and even radios used for communications can also be targeted in this manner. Compared to the AARGM-ER, SiAW will be used against a broader range of anti-access area denial targets beyond air defense radars, such as command and control sites, ballistic missile and cruise missile launchers, GPS jamming systems, anti-satellite systems, other high-value or fleeting targets. The SiAW is expected to be faster than both the current AGM-88 HARM and the future AARGM-ER, and with a greater yet unspecified range. Despite its enhanced operational envelope, SiAW is designed as a stand-in weapon, signifying its readiness to engage within an adversary's defended airspace. To maintain the stealth characteristics of the F-35, company representatives have stressed that the stand-in weapon should be housed within the aircraft's internal bay, rather than being mounted externally. The SiAW program places significant emphasis on digital engineering and design, marking the inaugural instance where the U.S. Air Force has embarked on a comprehensive weapons acquisition and development program that is entirely digitally driven. The U.S. Air Force wants this weapon to reach its initial operational capability by 2026. As per details presented in the Air Force FY24 budget documents, the SiAW Rapid Prototyping Initiative is allocated a total budget of $1.14 billion. Upon the successful completion of the second phase, the program is strategically positioned to transition into a substantial capability acquisition phase. Initially, the F-35 has been designated as the primary platform for the SiAW. The Air Force has also hinted at the possibility of configuring the B-21 bomber to carry this weapon at a later date. The context is crucial here. Russia has deployed S-300 and S-400 and is in the process of operationalizing the S-500. China has HQ-9 and HQ-12 SAM. These weapons could inflict a huge amount of damage to aerial assets like fighters, bombers, aerial tankers, and airborne warning and control system aircraft. F-35 armed with SiAW will be a perfect counter. SiAW, carried by stealthy F-35 fighter in the suppression of enemy air defenses (SEAD) role, could take out radar sites in the first period of a conflict in order to increase the chances of survival for the following waves of strike aircraft. Viewers may note that radars are like the eyes of the air defense, and once it's taken out, it becomes severely handicapped. Subsequent aircraft could then easily take out launchers and command and control centers of the rival's air defense.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.